Yeah, so the first question was just sort of what was kind of left with the animal farm, just the progress behind it, and I think people are just curious about that.
Okay, yeah. So, I don't want to go super deep into some of the personal aspects of some of the people on the development team, but we were essentially in a situation where everything was built except for the UI work and part of the dog's crediting work. And we had a developer that we brought on that I've been working with for a while, like 6 months or 8 months or so, that was kind of having an issue with motivation in the sense that he would do great work for a couple weeks, then kind of fade, and then we'd have a talk with him, and then whatever he was supposed to do in that point where he faded, he would kind of get it all done in the next few days. And this was getting kind of worse and worse as the time went on, and it was taking 3 weeks to do something that should take a week, and it was really just getting worse and worse. But the issue was that this developer had already done a good amount of the work, and to bring on another developer, get him up to pace, and also potentially lose the work that the other developer has already done is a really hard decision to make, because it's like, if this guy just stepped up and actually self-motivated and put in the work, we could get it done in 2 weeks. But if I have to get rid of him, then it might take I don't know, 4 weeks or 6 weeks. But when it's taking a month and a half, 2 months to do this stuff that should take 2 weeks, and it's kind of a repeating process, it kind of got to the point where it was like, we need to just make kind of a hard decision, because making a hard decision up front saves you from a lot more harder decisions in the future. And also, it can be difficult to essentially fire someone, but the way I look at it is it's you're kind of letting go of one person for the betterment of 150,000 people. So we got essentially, let's say 2.5 weeks ago, we got to the point where everything was done except for the work that this one developer needed to do. So we tried to get him motivated again. It just wasn't working out. So he was gracious and gave us the work that he did do, which was not what he said was already done, but at least we didn't have to start from scratch on that part of the work. And at that point, it became a major kind of weight off my shoulders, because I have very good devs that are very motivated, that will do the work, and I try to be loyal to people. And also I want us to be as efficient as possible. But it got to the point where it's just like, all right, we gotta take what we can get from him when he's already done, and we gotta move on. We gotta bring someone else on board, and it's about 2 weeks worth of work, and we made that decision last week. So the great part about that is something that should have taken a couple weeks, which was taking like a couple months, maybe even a little over a couple months, and we were kind of left up in the air about it, because someone that would say, all right, it's done, and we say, okay, upload it so we can get it audited. They don't upload it. Okay, we'll have a meeting on Monday. We'll all get on the same page. They don't show up to the meeting. They show up the next day and say, oh, sorry, all that kind of thing. So the beautiful thing about it is that they are not working on that now. Now we have a developer who I've been working with for a long time, years, who is working on it. like the contract work is essentially done, and now it's just the UI stuff. We brought on James Devstreet to just help us get the UI work done even faster, and where previously it was kind of like up in the air because of the situation we're dealing with that one developer. Now last week, to just do this last little part, we brought on a dev who's extremely motivated, who knows what he's doing, very skilled. He's almost completed with it, and now it's just a little bit of UI stuff. And we brought on James Devstreet just to make that, even faster to wrap up. And it's essentially a week's worth of work now. So I'm confident that we're going to have everything wrapped up with Animal Farm by the end of the week. And at that point, we can set a launch date and start our major marketing campaign. Now, I don't want to use our marketing resources, like our higher level connections and all that stuff, until we have a launch date, because some of these channels that we're going to be getting on, like Chico Crypto and these big channels that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and get 30,000, 50,000 views, very active. Typically they don't like to have the same person on every week. So that's the kind of thing where you go on their channel every other month or something like that. So I don't want to use up that resource and not have a date to promote. So as soon as we have the date, then immediately we're going to start with some high level marketing. And when I say high level marketing, I'm talking like YouTube ads, I'm talking banner ads on BSC Scan and Dex Tools and DAP Radar and all the major sites, CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. I'm talking not just YouTube ads as far as getting on major channels and having like interviews with major channels and having sponsorships with major channels, but also like in-play ads that you see, when you're watching a video and before the video or midstream, the ads that come up, we'll also be having those, and we're having those produced right now professionally. We also have a new, you could call it, tool that we're using to track where the traffic is coming from, and if it results in a purchase of our asset, and if that asset is staked into our contracts. So all of our marketing vehicles that we're taking advantage of will be linked to a specific, it's not, you could call it a tool, it's more like a protocol with a series of tools that allow us to really track where the traffic is coming from and put more of our resources into that. So as soon as we have the date, the marketing is going to be, I believe, a higher level marketing than, by far, definitely higher than anything we've ever done, but I believe more intense than anything that we've seen in crypto. And the reason for this is because the marketing firm that we partnered with is a top level marketing firm in crypto. They they provide marketing for Matic, Polygon, Sandbox, Shopify, Shopping.io, some major projects. But also the CMO that we brought on has a ton of experience in traditional markets, especially affiliate marketing type of businesses. And that's perfect for what we're doing, because most of our products have referral systems. Scratchy actually has a affiliate marketing system, so we're not only going to be hitting the typical crypto promotion that you see with the banner ads on the typical sites. We're going to be really taking it to the next level. Like I believe how you would see a major, a major tech company or major game. Like, when you're probably familiar with Raid Shadow Legends.
No.
Okay, well, it's kind of a meme. People who are listening will know what I'm talking about. There's a video game called Raid Shadow Legends, and they're everywhere, right? Especially like a year ago, you couldn't watch a YouTube video without them saying this video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends, or getting a in-play YouTube ad for Raid Shadow Legends, or it was just everywhere. Twitter, everywhere, and this is the kind of feet to pavement kind of market I want. I want us to not just be settling with typical crypto marketing.